Hello everyone, this is Marcia from One Scrap at a Time, and I'm back today with another scrapbook YouTube process video for JustNick Studios. So today I'm using two different cut files. One of them is this Boho Florals 3 that I'm working on putting some pattern paper behind the flowers, the big flower piece on it. And the other cut file I'm using is Stems 5. And that one is just some long leaves to go along with this cut file. Alright, so what you saw me do a little earlier was to sponge some pink ink in the center of my flowers. I wanted them to be more lifelike, so with a darker center I thought they would look more real. Then I thought some gorgeous sequins in the center of these flowers would be really pretty. So I got out some sequins from some older Cocoa Vanilla Studio collections. I think the ones I'm using are from the Life is Beautiful collection. And just gluing them into the center of these big flowers. And then I'm going to do the second one here as well. So the collection I'm using today for this layout is the gorgeous Cocoa Vanilla Studios More Than Words collection. And it's a beautiful collection with lots of pastels with a little bit of gray. So the background paper is this wood grain pattern paper is one of those sheets from that collection. So I cut the Stems 5 pieces out from gray cardstock because I thought that would go really well with this collection, and pull out the grays and then just have a hint of color to it with the black and white photo. I thought would be really striking. So I'm gonna be going through some of the die cut pieces. This collection comes with vellum die cuts as well as your normal ephemera pieces, and I'm just going to concentrate on going through the regular die cuts right now and pull out ones I think I might use and put the other ones aside. One of the die cuts I set aside here has a quote on it: "You are so beautiful to me." So I was thinking I'd use that next to my photo. I love me some Joe Cocker, the song lyrics. So maybe you'll have that song stuck in your head now. I am going to do some mixed media on this layout. So as soon as I get some of these die cuts sorted out, I'm going to clear everything away and get out some acrylic paints. I'm looking at a tab right now putting on a So Cute sticker. Alright, so my time had run out on the previous video, so it kind of shut off abruptly there, but I got a little overexcited here when I started getting messy, and put down some yellow paint here before I had even applied my gesso. And because I want to drip my paint, I'm going to get my paper wet, and it will hold up much better if there's just some gesso on the background. So what I did is I watered down my acrylic paints. These are very, very old paints from Archivers. They're Making Memories line. And I watered them down because they were very thick and chunky, and thought they would be okay when I had put them on here, but they were still thick. So I got out my little mister and spritzed them, and that worked really well. So I put a line of acrylic paint there, yellow, orange, pink, and tapped the paper vigorously onto some paper towels. And I like how it looks. I like the drips of the paint. So then I thought I would go back and put some splatters up at the top of my layout. So I'm splattering some pink and some orange and some yellow up at the top. Not very noticeable until maybe you see the close-ups. But I really like how my background turned out. Alright, so I'm putting some recycled chipboard on the back of my photo with some foam tape. I like using my excess chipboard, recycling my chipboard you would normally throw away. It makes my photo a little sturdier and saves me some money on foam tape too, I suppose. So now that I have that done, I'm going to be playing around with these die cuts again and trying to decide where I'm going to put everything. One thing when I'm creating layouts is you'll see me move things around a lot. And I've done this over and over again with these die cuts on this layout to try to figure out what the arrangement is that I like. And I basically keep going back to this same arrangement though. There I did put that quote next to my photo, and I'm pulling out some of the flowers. So I originally thought I would mix the flowers up, but then I thought I'm going to go back and put a yellow flower where the yellow paint is, an orange flower where the orange paint is, and a pink flower where the pink paint is, and keep my colors together. And I really love how that looks. So there I am, sticking the yellow flower back up in there. So since the orange is in the middle, I'm going to stick the orange flower in the middle. So I wasn't quite sure where to put it, so I'm moving it around. It's not a very bright orange, but he's going to be mostly in the middle. I thought I needed more color, so I wanted to put some pattern paper behind my photo. Just a little bit of this blue to pull out the words in that quote, "You are so beautiful to me," in the die cut that I'm going to have next to my photo. So I thought I would tie it together more. So I'm going to adhere my photo onto the pattern paper. There is this little die cut piece in the corner of my photo as well that says sweet. Really cute. So I'm just going to be playing around with where I want everything, and I want to make sure my photo is straight on here. So of course I got to whip out my ruler and check that it's all straight. This photo that I'm scrapbooking today is a photo of my two girls, and this is an older photo. This is probably when they were 5 and 2.5, I'm guessing. They're now 28 and 26, so this was quite a while ago. You can kind of tell by the Aladdin t-shirt there. But printed in black and white, I don't know that it really matters so much. I didn't want the color photo was purples and a dark green, and it didn't go with the collection. So printing the photo in black and white worked out so much better. It looks awesome with the black and white photo with all the gray tones in this collection. So I'm putting some foam tape behind my die cut flowers now as well, to give my layout some dimension. I like to use a lot of foam tape on my layouts and pop up the embellishments. This is the boring part of my video where you get to watch me put foam tape on everything. So let me entertain you with something else. I'll tell you more about my kids here. So my oldest, Naomi, as I said, she's 28 now. She went off to college, got her degree in creative writing. She has a master's degree, actually. And when she finished college, she became a 911 dispatcher. And she actually loves her job. It can be stressful at times for her, but I think overall she enjoys helping people and she has some awesome stories to tell too. My middle child, Colette, just finished graduating from the University of Minnesota as a veterinarian, and she is finishing up an internship this last year, and getting some more training, and pretty soon she'll be off on her own after her internship. So they're both very smart, very vocal. They let you know what they think all the time. All right, so here I am starting to adhere my flowers down that I want. You see I have the yellow where the yellow is, the pink where the pink is. I'm putting my stems down. I have the orange flower there in the middle. And then I'm going to start layering on a few other pieces. Before I got too far though, I wanted to get my title on here. I wanted to use one of the chipboard words that came with the collection. I really love the Scripty chipboard, and they have a variety of different text, and I ended up choosing Cherish. I really cherished the moments that I did have with my girls. I was a working mom, and the time that I got to spend with them, maybe now that I look back on it, was maybe not enough time. But at the time, you think, you know, you do what you do. I had to work. So there's my Cherish, and then I'm gluing some butterflies down. There's a chipboard heart that I'm playing around with and gluing down. What I'm trying to do is to create a visual triangle here. So you can see my butterflies are in threes, and your eye will go up to the photo and across, and from the black you can see that it goes up this way as well. The flare piece I put on here says "You are loved." So enamel dots are usually one of the last things I do. Put some enamel dots down. So I'm trying to play around and just putting yellow where yellow is and pink where pink is, and then a pink heart there on my photo. This die cut says "So adorable," so I thought I'd go ahead and put that down as well. And then I thought I was gonna call it done, but when I got up the next morning, I thought it needs just a little bit more. So I took out the stamp set that comes with this collection. The latest Coco Vanilla Studio collections have these stamp sets, and this one's just awesome. It has these hearts, butterflies, it has some text. So I stamped some open-hearted hearts and some closed hearts, and then I thought I would have some fun and stamp some more butterflies on here as well. So getting out the butterfly that I want to use, and I'm just using a Momenta, a dye ink, when I'm doing my stamping here. I tend to be a little heavy-handed maybe with my stamping, and maybe I shouldn't be that way. The impressions are in some places a little dark, so with the phrases, and this phrase says "love this," and I wanted to stamp it on here, but that flare button was getting in the way. So I would really suggest that you do your stamping before you put too much of your chunky ephemera pieces on here. So the "love this" I have on there, and then there's another one that says "the best." So I put that one on the other end of, opposite end of my ephemera pieces. So one on the top and one on the bottom. Then I wasn't quite done. I wanted to do one more butterfly here on the bottom. So I really love how this turned out. It really came together well. I love the paint drips. It was really fun to make. I hope you like it. If you do, please hit the subscribe button. I'll have more layouts coming to you soon. That's it now. Bye-bye.